Hello Cancer, how are you? Welcome to your April 2017 love reading. Thank you so much for being here. Just really quick, if you didn't see my video, I am going to be doing generals this month. Probably a couple weeks or like a week from now, likely they'll be posted. I know I didn't do them for March. I just got a little bit overwhelmed with private reading requests. So there's that, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get started, Cancer, on your love reading. Seven of Swords, 8 of Coins, interesting cards. And just so you know, this is the Tarot of Delphi deck in case you're interested. I don't know if you can still buy it, maybe on Amazon. I don't know if it's still in print or not. Anyway, Seven of Swords in the center speaks a story of either deception or someone running away from something, even self-sabotage a little bit. This is your energy, okay, not the energy of another. So whatever's going on with you, whatever it is you're afraid of, or you're letting your thoughts and your fears and your doubts really get in your own way, maybe running away from something good, or maybe trying to slow something down, or maybe there's even a little bit of some type of a lie or something that you're trying to keep a secret. However, I think there are forces around you, the moon, in the reversal specifically, that are going to bring these things to light. I'm sensing a little bit of a lack of focus and maybe like disorientation as well. I think a lot of people, if you watch tarot videos, we're in the middle of a Venus retrograde right now. I'm reading these in the middle of March, so these are kind of mid-March energies. And Venus retrograde, and we're going to be going into a Mercury retrograde, so there's going to be like a lot of weirdness going on, which we kicked off with that eclipse in Pisces. And that energy, that Venus retrograde eclipse really is one of those things that brings things to the surface and forces you to kind of deal with things, forces you to deal with past pain, okay? And it does have this disorienting effect, a lot of people, it's like one of those, what's my life purpose, where am I going, but not in like this whole deep introspective way, but it's like everything that I thought was going to happen didn't happen, or it happened in a completely different way, or and so it's like things are manifesting themselves, but not exactly how you had hoped or how you had wanted, or it didn't turn out to be the way you wanted. And so there's this really strange like vibe. And I think there's even a little bit of a fear of really moving forward, a fear of allowing yourself to fall in love, or to open up to your partner, or to become vulnerable with someone. Okay, now I'm seeing like two people here, and I'm not really getting a pull as to which one is you or which one is someone else. But also, I'll just speak generically, if I may. The Enchantress of Swords, or the Queen of Swords in the reversal, I think the intuition is blocked a little bit, or the understanding of desire, what it is you want, but you don't know, you're not sure, you feel unclear, you feel like you don't have a lack of direction. You are the keeper of truth, the Enchantress of Wands. See how of Swords, she does have the scrolls of truth there. She is the protector of those truths. But in the reversal, it's almost as though she ignores them or does not acknowledge that they are within her grasp. And sometimes when we're dealing, Six of Cups has been coming out a lot. I'm really sensing a lot of superficial energy. Six of Cups can indicate someone from your past coming back, okay? It can indicate someone, maybe you hear from someone, maybe you get a text message or a Facebook message, maybe it's from an ex, and if you are married, okay, it can be something, an issue or a conversation from the past kind of refreshing itself a little bit. But be very, very careful when this happens, because I feel like there's not a lot of depth here, or maybe there's not a lot that you can really do about it. If it is someone resurfacing from your past, it could be like a message of, wow, I'm so sorry, I completely messed that up, I miss you, I love you, I want to be with you. Not saying that that will happen to all of you, okay, that's just an example, but it could be something like that. But then it's like, well, what am I supposed to do now? It's been so long, our lives are so different, we're in two totally different places, like, why are you even saying this to me? There's an air of pessimism here that I'm not really liking, instability and disorientation. And I feel like you have a lot going on, maybe in the realm of career, maybe in the realm of family and finance, and maybe you're moving, or maybe there's some form of transition that's occurring in your life. And so you feel like you have a lot going on. So when this person kind of comes and says these things, I'm kind of getting like a forget you kind of vibe. Or when your partner brings something to the surface, again, it's kind of like, great, okay, what am I supposed to do? These two energies are sort of at odds, these two people energies kind of looking in the opposite direction. This person definitely in the more weakened position, okay, being in the reversal. Feeling a little bit more lost. Yeah, I'm really not getting an indication as to which is you or which is them, but very specifically two different people. This could be an air sign, if you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Usually someone who's typically very strong, or who in the past who has given you like a cold shoulder and kind of like cut the communication off on their own fruition. It could be you as well, if you were the one that kind of cut something off with someone else. But I think that this Artisan of Coins here is the energy of persistency. It is the energy of duty and of service. Cancer, if this speaks that it's you, just keep doing what you're doing, all right? All of this like feeling of lack of stability and this kind of like juggling kind of thing, and you know, wearing this mask and wearing many different hats in your life, whether it's a mother or a father, husband, wife, brother, sister, co-worker, boss, whatever all these hats are that we always use, you know, I think you're doing a good job despite the way you feel. And this whole like essence of like deception or running away from something good, I feel like it's oh, you know what just came to my mind? I feel like you're running away from some sort of temptation. Maybe this I don't know why I'm getting such a dark vibe from the Six of Cups this month, but it really is bringing with it some, like, I'm almost getting like an alluring or a tempting vibe. Like you're so tempted to go back, but you know you must remain strong. And I don't know why that is. And you are disoriented by something. You may be dealing with a lot, feeling a lot of stress, feeling a lot of like confusion almost. But there's a level of humility here. Okay, now finally I'm leaning that maybe more this is towards you. I don't, you know, it doesn't have to be, but if you are in fact this Artisan of Coins, there is a story of just kind of ignoring the circumstances, putting your head down and like focusing and just keeping your life simple, because I feel like there are a lot of complexities entering your life, or they will be entering your life. And because you have so much going on, you don't really have time to worry about this. You don't have time. And I think that you are you know, the Seven of Wands here often is a story of fighting alone or defending yourself, defending your honor. And I don't know why I'm feeling like this is kind of a little bit of an attack or a little bit of an invasion in what you have going on. This person, okay, feeling now more that this is someone else, that this person in their selfish manner wants to reach out to you or wants to talk to you, but like you have so much and your life is in such a way, and as tempting as this is, as much as you would like to go running back or to open your heart to this person or to your partner about an issue, I think that you are afraid of being the only one to really fight. And I think that you're really questioning the genuineness of this message or the genuineness of this reconnection or this resurfacing. Again, the Six of Cups does have an element of superficiality, of emotional immaturity, of childishness. Does this person, like, yes, they may be saying everything that I want to hear, but is it real? And are they in fact deceiving you because they just need some sort of validation in their life that they are good enough? Or, and if this is like someone that you dated and they weren't like really truly there for you, and now maybe months later, or weeks later, or years later even, they're coming back to you and saying, I'm sorry. It's almost as though they need some validation that maybe they didn't do anything wrong, or maybe that they like they want to hear that everything is okay. But I think with you look at them and you're like, it's not okay. I cared about you. I really believed in what we were doing. I believed in this thing, and you kind of cut me off. So I'm just going to not worry about you, and I'm not going to worry about this issue. I'm not going to worry about this thing now, because you can't just bring it back up. Like, that's not fair, right? Look at everything else that we've started. Look at everything else and where we're going. And it may cause a little bit of a disturbance for you, though. But again, I think you are in a little bit of self-preservation mode, and you kind of are going to need to stand up and be courageous and really defend yourself, defend your honor, defend who you are as a person, because them kind of throwing you back into this past almost isn't fair, right? It's almost not fair. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're fulfilling duties like crazy, and you're a very reliable and responsible person, and you get to determine whether or not this disrupts your life or not. I feel like this person is kind of coming out of the shadows, right? Coming out of nowhere. Like, where did this come from? Like, why are they saying this to me now? Just know that if this person really was someone that like totally disappeared and now they're resurfacing, just know that they have been thinking about you for a long time, that they do really care about you. They're smart enough to keep their distance, right? Because we have such separation, and they're smart enough to not reveal a lot or to expose a lot. They are in fact testing the waters to see how you will respond. They are in fact just like putting that line out there. I think they know that nothing will happen. I think they know that you're on different pages now, and that it was maybe a little unfair or a little bit selfish for them to say it. They needed to say it, like I said, for some form of validation or some form of like, yes, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And if you don't give it to them, I think that they'll be fine. It's not going to be a problem. They're almost kind of expecting that. But that they are going through a lot of emotional stuff themselves. They are quite lost themselves. And they found some groundedness in you. They found some comfort in thoughts of you. So whether or not you appreciate that or not is irrelevant. It's just how they think of you and what you meant to them or what you mean to them. And again, if you're married and this is like an issue or something that they want, it could be something that like you wanted at one time and they were like, no, no, no. And then now after weeks, months, years of thinking about it, they resurface and now you kind of just, it just is what it is, right? And I think both of you accept that it is what it is. It's just coming out and it's just kind of bizarre. And the 9 of Coins, I'm loving that. It's your own personal strength, you know, it's your own independence. I kind of like I'm leaning, this doesn't have to be you, it can be them as well, it could be reversed. But, you know, I like that the coins are kind of representing you because Cancer, so many signs this month are going crazy. There's a lot of crazy energy. There's a lot of hiatus and stuck. But you are kind of maintaining composure and maintaining dignity, which is lovely to see. And I'm actually quite excited for you. Judgment. I actually love the High Priestess coming out with the Queen of Swords because I often see them as very similar energies. Okay, I got a couple things going on. Let's talk about them for a moment with the 10 of Wands. I want you to know that they recognize what needs to be done, okay? And they recognize what happened. They understand that there's a possibility that this issue or this relationship will not take hold, okay? And they know that they would have to work overtime to sort of win you back or to win your affections back or to get you back on the same page as them, right? They know. I think they're willing to do that if you were to open the door for that. It depends on if you're willing to open the door for that, of course. You're in ultra protection and, you know, saving face mode right now, which is actually a really good place to be, right? I don't want anyone to lose their dignity, right? Or to take on this vibe of true desperation, because there certainly was a heartbreak involved, or there may be a heartbreak involved. You may have to break their heart a little bit, and maybe they might have broken your heart in the past. I think that there's something unresolved with this person where healing is involved. And it seems to be like you're deep in the clutches of that. Like, I really feel that it was almost unfair of them to bring this up. It was selfish of them. It was uncalled for. And I think they themselves, like I said, have had some sort of an awakening, and that this judgment and this moon may really speak more to them than it does to you. That they are going through something substantial in their life, some form of spiritual and emotional cleansing, and their heart and their mind are aligning, and they realize something. They realize that you were right. They realize that you were the one that had it right all along, and that they were wrong. But follow your intuition on this 6 of Cups situation, this returning or this resurfacing of an issue. Be careful of the depths. If you don't feel that this person truly wants something, then leave it alone. Because there may be additional hurt involved for you. I'm seeing the 2 of Cups in the reversal on top of the 7 of Wands, which means that you're fighting for something that was broken, or that you would fight. And 7 of Wands is a fight alone, that you're fighting by yourself. And it's not fair for you to fight, even though they're like willing to do the work, I think that it would still kind of fall back on you, which is totally not fair. Maintain your composure, maintain your dignity, maintain your self-worth and your self-value, because you truly are a really beautiful person with a really beautiful energy, and you have so much to offer, and it's really important for you to protect that. I think that whatever confusion this person has caused is starting to dissipate. Whatever confusion this person is like, this disruption and upheaval, I think you're above that, okay? And this might be what you need, right? It's almost kind of like the comeuppance. It's like what you deserve to hear. It might be too late, but at least you're hearing it, and at least you are feeling justified in that you weren't crazy, or that you weren't, and maybe what you did have was special, or that maybe what this issue was, or this problem, or whatever it is, whatever it was, that it meant something, and that it wasn't for nothing, and even though if it can't be something now, that maybe it is broken, and that maybe now you can't fight for it because of whatever reason. You can't fight for it. It's been tarnished too much. It's not like you can't repair it. You know what I mean? But at least you know that it meant something to them as well, or that it means something to them as well, and that it wasn't all for nothing. And it may hurt to hear them say it. It may even create a little bit of anger inside of you and frustration. Like, why didn't you notice it before? Like, it could have been something so great, or we could have done this, and we could have gone here, and we could have had a totally different outcome, and my life would have been better, and your life would have been better, and just like everything could have been better if you had just known this back then, and I want you to know that it didn't happen because it's just not how it was meant to be, and that there are other things in store for you, and that the universe will be very generous towards you, okay? Now, this is actually, it can be a frustrating reading, and it might not have the best outcome, right? But I think that it's one of those readings where hopefully it can help release something for you. Because I think that you have been holding on to something, right? There's animosity here, I think. There's animosity, and there is a little bit of resentment as well. I feel in some way that this person might be better off, or that you view them as being better off, maybe more free, or having a better life, or it's like they escaped you and they went off and did these awesome things. But I want you to know that your perception of that is not reality. Because I'm seeing a little bit of a difference in class, right? The Queen of Swords and the Artisan of Coins, right? A queen and an artisan they're on different stations, okay? And they're not necessarily the best match. But it's perception, it's what you think. You think their life may be better, you think their life may be more glamorous, or that they may have more freedom or whatever, and it was something that you were not able to provide them. But in some ways it's not enough, and this person is quite unsettled, if that gives you any sense of gratification. They're not settled, and they are not at peace, and they are feeling empty and sad. And I think they feel loss and regret that they didn't know it sooner. they are coming out of their own darkness, okay? They are coming out of their own moonlight and walking into into an awakening or a rebirth, and things in their life are starting to make sense. Things, you know, and things are kind of being assigned purpose, and that includes you. It includes this issue that you talked about, or it includes whatever past thing that resurfaced. And loving your like self-confidence and loving your composure, you know. You don't have to be compassionate towards this person, okay? I don't really see you actually reacting at all, to be honest. I don't see you really doing anything or trying to do anything. I think it might have brought up some hurt and resurfaced some old wounds, but I think you're going to keep that to yourself. I think you're going to be very guarded and not reveal what this means to you or how this has affected you. I think like they sort of drew the line in the sand, and you are abiding by that line that was drawn by them, you know, and now they're trying to cross it, and you're like, no, you can't. You ruined it already. It's over, kind of thing. But don't stress. Like I said, the universe has something beautiful in store for you. And whatever instability you have in your life, or whatever broken commitments, or whatever it was, the universe will pay you back for that. The universe can be incredibly generous. So don't feel like I almost kind of feel like you get a sense of empowerment from this as well, which can put you in even a better place. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that, Cancer. I don't know, it's not positive or negative, it just is, but I hope that it provided some insight, maybe more into them, because I think you kind of already know what's going on with you, but more insight into them and really where they're at and why they're doing this and why whatever happened really happened, okay? So yeah, I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next month. Bye.